Everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Northwest Craftsman. I just got myself a Graco TrueCoat 360 DS, which is dual speed, airless paint sprayer so that I could try to speed up the painting on a bunch of my projects, and I am super excited to get this guy unboxed and give it a shot, and I wanted you guys to follow me along as I get to see what's in it, how it works, and kind of get my initial impressions. All right, let's get going. So one of the primary reasons I decided to go with an airless sprayer, and specifically this Graco sprayer, is that it was rated to not need any thinning agents with latex paint, and that's primarily what I use. It also had the added benefit of being able to spray lacquers, oil-based paints, and other types of finishes, but I'll probably use my regular HVLP setup for that. So here's everything that comes in the box. The main sprayer body, flex cups to hold your paint, a flex cup holder to hold the flex cups, a lid for the flex cup holder, and an extra cap for air venting. Oh, and the manual as well, which has a lot of really great pictures and instructions. Alrighty, with everything unboxed, let's go ahead and look at the anatomy of this gun a little bit. So the nozzles for this gun are reversible so that you can unclog them. They do include a little tag that shows this so you can see which direction it is. The sharper or more tapered end is the spray direction, and if you rotate it backwards towards the fat end, that's the unclog direction. It's really simple, just rotates right around. Next is attaching the lid to the main body. You'll notice that this can attach in a couple of different directions when you get it. Graco recommends that you start the air vent cap near that black knob on the side, which is your prime unprime or prime spray knob, and then rotate it about 1/8 of a turn to get it to lock in place. Next are the flex cup liners. These are what hold your finish, and then you're going to place it just inside of the cup holder, which provides a little bit more structural rigidity for it. Now the reason they use these is because they're actually pulling a vacuum, which allows you to spray in any orientation, and that's why they need to be flexible, because you'll kind of see it getting sucked up and together as the gun starts to empty it. As you're twisting it onto the cap, you want to try and make sure that it lines up between those two to get proper pressure on the top. This seems like a pretty easy and straightforward system, so I don't imagine there's going to be any issues with it. They also provide a second nozzle. The first one is 12 inches wide, and that gray one is 4 inches wide. It depends on what size swath you're looking to take. I'm probably going to be using the 12 inch for the vast majority of what I'm doing, unless I'm working on a very small project. So that's the basic setup for everything. Next up, we want to go ahead and prime this so that it's ready to start working with paint. One of the things you'll be warned about in the instruction manual, which I always recommend you read, is that they use shipping fluid and test fluid to spray each one of the guns or to test each one of the guns. So we need to wash that out from the start. So go ahead and remove everything, get your flex cup liner available, and go ahead and fill it with some warm water. Once filled, reattach it, making sure that that arrow points in the middle of that sticker that they've included to make sure you get a proper seal on top. Next, either outside or in a waste bucket, you want to rotate the control to prime, rotate your nozzle to unclog, which I forgot to do, and pull the trigger for 3 seconds. After done with that, rotate back to spray, rotate the nozzle to spray, and hold for another 3 seconds. Also make sure to do all of this upside down and on the high setting. Once you're done with this rinse process, you're ready to start spraying paint. Go ahead and undo the cap, dump out all of your water, fill it with paint, and you're going to squeeze the flex bag liner until it comes up near the cap, and then once you start to see a little bit of paint inside of that cap, go ahead and shut it. What this does is it removes all excess air from the system, allowing it to pull a vacuum. Once the paint is loaded, go ahead and turn the knob to prime and hold it for 5 to 10 seconds so that the gun can get primed with the latex paint. If any air made its way into the flex liner bag, go ahead and follow the same process we just did to evacuate that. Then go ahead and change the knob to spray and set your setting on top to high or low. In this case, I'm going to try low just to see how it sprays and give it a quick shot. One of the things that initially caught my attention is how feathered it looks on the outside, but Graco actually did this on purpose so that it is easier to blend from one pass to the other. Next, to showcase the versatility of being able to spray in any direction, I'm going to go ahead and flip it to high and spray upside down so you guys can see what that looks like. You'll notice on high it puts out a lot more paint, and so you've got to be willing to move a lot faster if you're going to be using that setting. Here's a quick time lapse of me spraying a fish tank cabinet that I made for my wife that I'll be releasing a video for here pretty soon. Really excited with how fast and how easy it was to apply the paint. I mean, it truly just made it a breeze. I think it took me about 5 minutes to spray this entire thing, whereas it would have taken me a couple of hours to paint this thing manually. Really excited to get using this thing, although one of the warnings that I will give you is that overspray is absolutely a thing and you need to be prepped for it with a lot of painter's plastic and a lot of precautions not to walk through wet paint. Here are a couple photos that I have of what the area looked like after I was done finishing. And I just have paint everywhere now. So take plenty of precautions to make sure you don't get overspray, but overall I am super satisfied and super happy with the way that this gun works, and I'm really excited to use it in the future. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below. And if you like the kind of content we're producing here at Northwest Craftsman, we'd really appreciate it if you subscribed to the channel and left us a thumbs up and just got involved and left comments and questions, and I love interacting with you guys. So thank you guys tons. Have a great one. Happy woodworking. Bye.